Hey, it's Joel Wynkoop here once again, and you are viewing Actors Incorporated. That's right, Actors Incorporated. And we wanted to start tonight's show. This is our first show of Actors Incorporated. And with me tonight, I have Robert Elfstrom. Say hello, Robert. Hello. And we got Bob Glazer here to my right.
Hello there.
You've seen Bob on the Joel Wynkoop show before with my wife, Kathy, and I. Bob's been on, I think, 2 or 3 times. And the Joel Wynkoop show, we have guests on here. This is something totally different, and I will tell you right now, I'm a Kevin Smith fan, and right when I saw Comic Book Men, I said, that's kind of cool. Kevin Smith and his guys, they sit around and they talk about comics, and because he's got the comic book shop, and it's just very cool, and I think it's a cool format, and I said, you know, I'd like to do something like that where we just talk about acting, movie making, you know, movies in general, and especially what's going on around the Tampa area and around the St. Pete area. So that's what we're doing here tonight. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Dark Comedy, which is Chris Woods' movie. It's a short. It's 15 minutes long. It's called Dark Comedy. And of all things, I'm playing a talk show host. Wow, what a stretch, huh? And Bob is in it with me, and Robert's in it with me, and another actor, which is a very cool actor, Mr. Rod Grant. And you can see all these guys. If you're on Facebook, you got to hit Rob Elfstrom up. That's R-O-B, and then Elfstrom, E-L-F-S-T-R-U-M. O-M, sorry. And then Bob Glazer, B-O-B, Glazer, G-L-A-Z-I-E-R. And, of course, I'm Joel Wynkoop, J-O-E-L, W-Y-N-K-O-O-P. And you can see what we're doing. But our recent thing is Chris Woods' Dark Comedy. And we're going to start just, and this is this isn't like the Joel Wynkoop show. This is just an actor's forum, so we're just going to wrap. So tell me, And I'm just what do you call it, like not refereeing, but I'm just heading it up, I guess. So, but we're all gonna moderate. The moderator, yeah, something like that. But how did you get involved, Robert? Tell us about a little bit how you got involved with Dark Comedy, because is that the most recent thing everybody's done?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that the last thing we did was the Action Film Challenge,
right,
for Daniel Barenza, which is coming up this weekend. But before that, would you say Dark Comedy?
Dark Comedy, right.
And I think for me I think so for me too. I think the last thing we shot when I did something was the Action Film Challenge, and then Dark Comedy. So yeah, Robert, go ahead and tell us how you started off in that.
Well, you know, I've known Chris for about 8 or 10 years, and you know, I met him when I first started making films in Florida. And I was always impressed with his work, but I never did anything with it. I was doing other films with the Gozos. And
thank goodness you didn't do anything with Chris Woods. That would have been too weird, and I don't think Chris would have liked it.
And with Filmworks. But anyway, for years I kept saying, Chris, I want to work with you. I love the way you edit, and I just like the people that are with you. And so eventually we did, called me up and he said, we're going to do this thing called White Lie.
Okay, yep.
Which you're familiar with since
yep.
you starred in that also. And we finally got off the ground with that, and that was a kind of a still. It was fun to do. But so he called me up and said that, you know, I've got this thing. Had you in mind for this part. We're going to do it with Joel Wynkoop and Rod Grant. And I was like, are you kidding? I mean, they're my favorite people. So that was it. You know, and I had just recently come out of, you know, technically for the last year I've been, you know, honing my skills on being retired. Mm-hmm. And I was having particular difficulty with the afternoon nap. But I finally got that down pat. And, but in all seriousness, I had taken a year off to take care of some personal stuff. So, you know, this was a nice way to get back into getting back to work.
Well, now, you and I don't know if I lost my piece in my, okay, I just can't hear myself.
Hello?
But you and I met actually on, I know what we met on. Do you remember what we met on?
Well, it was before the Uh-Oh.
Oh, way before.
Yeah. We did Angora.
Yeah.
Right, the never-ending film.
Yeah.
It's still in production.
Did we meet on Angora first, or did we meet at the Tampa Film Review with the Guzos down in Ybor? I think we met on Angora first.
We actually met each other on Angora. We had seen each other at the Guzzo's Film Review, but we never really talked. I didn't really know who you were. I actually hadn't done I didn't have a body of work yet. I was just really getting started in the film industry. I did 5 years on the stage, and so I started, doing films late. But once I started doing it, I saw, what was going on and all the people that were really committed and talented and wanted to get work done. And, that's what I was looking for. And it really just worked out for me.
Well, so to bring you up today, you said then all of a sudden Chris Woods called you up and said, I got a part for you in dark comedy?
Right. And actually, I don't know whether he gave me the part because he really wanted me to have the part or because I kept bugging him to give me a part. No.
Either way, it worked out good.
Yeah, no, but I had...
No, I know for a fact, he told me, he goes, I'm going to have Robert Elstrom's going to play your manager. So.
I had been wanting to work with Chris for a long time because, I watched all of his editing work. Chris is like everybody's editor. He edits everything, and he does such a wonderful job. And I just knew if you make a film with Chris Woods, you're going to like it.
You owe me money for this, Chris. All this Chris Woods talk. I better get a healthy paycheck in the mail.
I don't want to leave out the fact that, working with you, Joe, is always a guest. I mean,
say that right into the microphone, make sure
it's always a blast. I mean, doing the film is just one part of the experience. Everything surrounding that is fun. I mean, when you work with Joe, you have a good time, no matter what you're doing. And it's just very attractive to work with you guys.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, what about you, Mr. Bob Page? How did you get the phone call from Mr. Woods about dark comedy?
Well, I worked on Taste Me with them.
Yep, that's right, Taste Me.
John with Hooker. Yeah. It was with Cindy Krause.
Some guys have all the luck. Some guys get all the breaks.
And then he called me up to do this on dark comedy.
I remember telling him, I said, because he told me about Robert doing the manager, and then he was talking about Bob, and I said, oh yeah, I said, that'd be cool, we got Rob Elstrom, and we got Bob Glazer in this also. I said, this will be awesome. And then he brought Anthony in to do a voiceover. Anthony Wayne, my buddy, who's my partner in The Other Side of the television show. And Anthony is another cool actor that I have, I worked with, I met Anthony back in 2000, where was it, baby, 2006? I think it was 2006, 2005 when I did Dark Dimensions. I was trying to remember all the actors' names, which I'm terrible at, so what I do is I give them superhero names. There's one guy there named Grimm, and I go, okay, you're the Thing, you're Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four. And Anthony Wayne said his name was Anthony Wayne. I said, okay, from now on, you're Batman. And that's our... characters in there. I gave the script to Kathy, and I go, who's that? It's like a Scotty character. Engineer on the... And then before, can't remember if Angora was before Survivors Remake or right around the same time. But got really close with you, Rob, working with you, and then of course Bob. I met Bob through Robert Massetti, and
Spooky Empire.
Yeah, at Spooky Empire Screenfest at the time.
Right.
When all of us got along much better, and I say this because people can laugh because they know the story between me and Pete, and then just everything else that's other stuff that we've talked about.
Personality.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. But we met there, and of course I've seen the movies that you were in, that of Massetti's, and Trish.
The Other Side.
Yeah, and then getting away from that, then I think the next thing, is that the next thing we did together? Bob, I called you up and said, you want to be on The Other Side of the first episode? Yeah, we did something else.
I think it was Demon, where you called me out to be a coroner.
Well, The Other Side of my television show, we did that before we did Demon, I think. Yeah. But yeah, on Demon, and that's another thing to do, is a good bonding of being actors in this business. Actors, I give you one word of advice. Yeah, I forget that we're on camera and we're not just radio. Hey, how's it going? Peace. Love you. And is don't backstab everybody. I know actors in the area that are like, hey, nice to meet you, love your work. And then as soon as you walk away, they're like, yeah, I'll stab you in the back there.
Exactly.
I got a guy that goes around town all the time putting me down, saying I suck, that I'm a jerk. and I screw everybody over, and I stab them in the back, and I'm a terrible actor, and I beat people up on sets, you got to get along, especially in this small community of independent filmmaking where nobody's really making any money at it. None of us. I've done a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm still struggling as an actor to bring in the next dollar. So you got to get along with everybody, and if you're stabbing somebody, that word gets around, and pretty soon it gets back to the person that's saying that, and that's the sad thing because, for instance, give you a good example in Bob Glazer's case. Bob has been always cool to me. We've been very, very good friends since we met back in 2004, 2005, whatever it was. And Rob, I don't even know if you know this story, but I was on the set of Demon, which was by the director Rob Walker. He's out of England. There's a title he's got, one of the best directors from overseas over there. I forget the name, but it's some overseas thing where he comes from. It sounds stupid, but it's some director, big, known, whatever.
No name.
Bill Housekeeper. I wish you'd call in and save me right now. Bill Housekeeper. I worked with him from Los Angeles on a movie that he would help me tell me what Rob Walker is famous for. But he was the director of Demon, which was by Louis Montebello from Ocean Productions. And on Demon, what was it? What did they need?
They needed a coroner.
The doctor. The coroner.
Coroner, and you called me up and you said, hey, can you show up? I said,
Yeah.
Sure.
I think
In my doctor uniform and...
what happened? Did I just go to the director, to Rob, and say I got someone that can play that part?
I had originally auditioned for the sheriff part.
Oh you auditioned for that.
And you ended up getting the sheriff part, and I told you, I said, well, look, tell the director, just because I didn't get a job that I auditioned for doesn't mean that I'm boycotting your film.
That's right.
I'd be more than happy to take a different role.
That's right.
And you told him that, and he says, well, yeah, and you showed him a picture of me, and he talked to me, and he remembered me, and I was there.
So I got
Same thing with Fury.
That's what I was thinking of.
Pierce,
and then Fury, the Tales of Ronan Pierce. I was there on that shoot. This is right after Demon. I got, like I said, told the director and everything, and I showed Bob's picture to him, and they go, oh, he'd be great for the coroner. And they go, can you call him? And I go, I'm already calling him now. What do you mean, can I call him? I've already hit the buttons. And Bob answered the phone, and Bob's really great about that, because a lot of times you call somebody, let them know, hey, I'm doing something, you want to get involved, and the first thing they say is, well, I need a little more notice. Well, duh, everybody needs a little more notice, but you call me, and if I'm sitting at home watching an episode of Seinfeld or Batman or The Avengers or whatever on TV, right. You call me up and go, hey, you want to shoot something? I'm going to go, yeah, when do you want me there? Can you be here in 7 minutes? Yep, I'm on my way. I'm already out the door on the way down the road. Right. I never say to anybody, well, if I had a little more notice, everybody would like a little more notice, but sometimes things just happen and you got to go. And I've called Bob more than...
Oh, yeah. Well, you called me for Fury.
Yeah.
From the set, and you said they needed a victim and a homeless guy.
Yep.
And you said, you want to be a homeless guy? I said, sure. So I grabbed my homeless gear. I was down there in a half an hour.
Yep.
Well, actually, 40 minutes.
And you became $500 richer.
Yeah, and I show up. And
you get a part in the movie, and you're getting paid. These are paying parts.
They call me back 3 times after that, added some more action.
Yeah.
So it was awesome,
So, and that's the way the community should be. It shouldn't be like, that guy sucks, hire me because he's an asshole. It should be, everybody should be helping everybody out. And,
exactly.
And the thing is, too, when you make it, you should continue. You've got stories about Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, where Martin Lawrence is pulling up in his car, and he's like, nobody makes eye contact with me. I don't want anybody looking at me. I'm not talking to anybody. And then Will Smith follows him in his car. Will Smith stops his car, gets out, and starts signing autographs and getting his picture taken and letting people take pictures with him. Yeah. So, that's the attitude I have, is be cool and good to your I don't even say
fans.
Friends.
Yeah, fans, yeah. And fans and friends.
Yep. Because that's what it's all about. Yeah, I mean, do you agree, Rob?
Well, for the most part, one of the things that I found out is that most of the actors that I've been involved with are that way. They're very friendly. Everybody wants to get ahead, make a good movie, have a good time. I've seen from the sidelines a few dramas going on with certain personalities, and you try to avoid that situation because it it really doesn't do anyone any good.
No, it doesn't.
You know, and
It's a bad thing for yourself.
You know, when I
if you
worked
have
in the
attitude and all that, people start saying, I don't want to work with that person.
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, why would you want to do that? It's like that would. When I worked in the corporate world, you know, that was the kind of way you lived. It was everybody tried to get ahead over somebody
Dog
else's
eat dog.
body, you know.
Yep.
And we don't need that here.
That's right.
And for the most part, I have to admit, it's pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, most people are wonderful to work with, and usually, if you try to be, a fine, upstanding person, try to be helpful to everyone else, then you attract those kind of people, and the dipshits will avoid you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. And I think, and I mean that's a lesson. Like I said, it's a lesson. It just goes back to what your mom and dad taught you when you were younger. Is just you treat everybody. I always said about on a movie set. Some guy said, he goes, "Well, I treat my extras just like my." I stopped him and I go, "Yeah, I don't even call them extras. They're my background people, or I give them a name. I never like to say extras, but yeah,
Atmosphere.
yeah." Because you go on a big Hollywood set, and it's going to be like, well, the extras can't the extras stand out in the rain while we stay, treat everybody right. Don't be, picking somebody over. So like when I'm doing something, I want to talk to everybody. Like when I did Survivors of Remick, I had, the survivors. Now I think I put out a call for like 20, 30 people, and they all said they were going to show up, but only 12 showed up. One of them was Ken Anthony. I think Ken worked for me before anybody else. I think Ken Anthony worked for me on Survivors of Remick. But they all had fun, and everybody was, we treated well. The most they had to suffer through was me forgetting my lines, because I would lose my temper, and I go, I can't believe I can't remember these lines.
Well, you have to understand that making a movie is a team effort.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everyone can identify with, you've gone to a film with a big star, but the movie was just terrible. And just because that good actor was in that film, it didn't make the film successful.
That's true.
Everybody has got to do their part. Everybody's got to help each other. And that goes, not only with the talent, but with the crew. And it's more of a team sport, I think, than, baseball or football.
Yeah. Yeah, because one player don't win the baseball. He might be out there thinking, yeah, I'm all that, but he ain't doing it all by himself.
I mean, one person can't make a movie, but one person can wreck it.
One person can make a movie, mister, and it's going to be me. I will play every role.
and the actors...
And he could do it, too. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
The actors work off of each other, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you have somebody that you're not comfortable working with, it's going to show up on film.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to show up. I mean, like if you just had a fight with somebody, if you're working with your spouse on the set,
yeah,
and you just had a battle with her, forget about it,
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I've been very lucky. Every film that I've done, and, I'm really just getting started in this business. I've done maybe 15 films here. I've just worked with wonderful people, so I've been really fortunate.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I think Pete and Paul Guzzo are a couple of cool guys to work for. I've done commercials, just regular television commercials for Pete. And then I did the Tampa Bay History Center. I played a security guard that he shot through his company. And then I think a Lawn Bear commercial that Pete produced and shot. And then, of course, Paul. We've all worked for Paul on his movies. Did you ever work for Paul Guzzo?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, we'll hook you up with Paul.
That's
So
a
you
nice
can work with
experience. And then there's the Andes.
Yep. Andy Lolino, Andrew Allen. Yeah, let's talk about
Chris
talk a
Lito?
little bit.
Chris Lito?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. How about that? What about some of the producers that in this town? Okay, that's a good example. Chris Lito.
Chris Lito had
Housewife Slasher.
I asked him if he needed anybody in his movie. He says, "Well, I have one opening." He says, "I need a homeless person."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay," and I got the information and everything. I went down. Like the girls looking at me like, "What's up?" Because I looked homeless.
You're dressed like the bum.
Oh yeah, and so she said, "All right," and they took my picture and all that. And so she said, "Laurie, let me bring you next door to Chris." So we walked in the room, and she says, "There's somebody here to see you." And I said, "Hey fella, you got $1, man?" And I mean, I was bummed out. I mean, totally homeless, rotted teeth, the whole 9 yards. And he says, get the hell out of here. And this big dude was standing up. He was going to kick me up my butt and throw me out or something. I said, Chris, I just gave you the lines in the movie. I'm Bob Glazier. I met you. Joel Wynkoop introduced me to you at the picture show. He said, oh, you got the part.
Well, way to go, Chris Lito. I mean, a bum comes up to you and asks you for $1, and you're like, get the hell out of here. My big guy here is going to beat the crap out of you. Way to go, Lito. Well, then you did it on Fury. You went up to Andrea and you said, can I have some money? And she's like, you can't be here.
Yeah, she used a couple different words.
Oh, okay. Way to go, Andrea.
But she was like shocked. I said, hey, you got any money? And it's because she didn't see me in my outfit. You know, I changed my outfit after I got there, and I was talking to her and everything. And she was the makeup girl. And I went up to her and I went, oh, do you have any change? She says, get the F out of here. I said, come on, man. She says, get out of here. And she was like getting really PO'd. And I said, oh, it's me, Bob. I'm one of the actors. She says, oh, my. And she turned red. She was embarrassed. You know? But it happened to me a few times when I do that character.
Well, I'm telling you right now, filmmakers, be more nice to the homeless.
Yeah.
Give them $1.
And remember that many of the actors are homeless.
Many of the actors are homeless. So when you're shooing them away, you're shooing away your actors.
Yeah.
But so Chris Lito. Now, Chris Lito did Housewife Slasher. My buddy Anthony Wayne was one of the leads in that, who plays the psycho. And Chris Lito's production company is Reaper Films.
Reaper.
And a very cool guy. He contacted me. He wants me to be in Rough Cut with you.
Right.
We're going to do a scene together.
I'm going to be a bum.
And I'm going to be a bum with you.
Joel's going to be a bum.
But Chris, I refuse to get dirty. So you're not putting any dirt on my face.
And Chris, I'm available.
Yes, and Chris Lito. This is Rob Elfstrom. He's awesome. And I'll tell you right now, go see, you can see it on Facebook. I'll just give you mine for whatever reason, but it's on all of ours because, we were talking about that. Dark Comedy by Chris Woods. You can go to iconfilmstudios.com and see Dark Comedy. You can go to my Facebook, Joel D. Wynkoop. You can go to Bob Glazier and Bob and Rob.
Very enjoyable.
Bob Elfstrom and Rob Glazier.
But make sure when you put my name in there, you put Glazier because I do not own the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I never thought of that.
Yeah, the Z-E-R.
You wish you had that money. I
don't think I'll change my name.
Yeah, really.
Just leave the I off and see if I can get in the game spree.
Yeah. Now what other? Okay, Chris Lito, Housewife Slasher. We got Rough Cut coming out. I know Chris has done some other movies.
Bob Dixon's doing well.
Bob Dixon, isn't he? He's an artist for Marvel or DC, or he's done some work for them.
Something with comics.
Yeah. So Bob, I think, is he just getting? Isn't this was his first movie?
I think, Dr. Prozac's Office. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Bob Dixon again, and an artist. I got to get with him and find out what I'm
going to be a down and out person on that one too. That's why I'm growing all this. For that part, and then on the 21st with Larry Feeney.
And Larry, now that's a name I don't recognize. I don't know Larry.
He's doing a 24-hour or 48-hour movie.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's sort of like the Action Film Festival.
Yeah, so he said, well, don't shave till Friday night when he finds out what the scene is going to be.
Yeah.
They do a drawing or something like that, and then they have to come up with this and that. So he's got a list of all my wardrobe, the priest, homeless, but I have a doctor's outfit, security guard, whatever he needs.
Cool.
Tuxedo.
And what's his name again?
Lawrence Feeney.
Okay, and so Lawrence Feeney. I can't comment. I haven't worked with him, but I worked with Lito. Oh, and another one is Sean Donahue.
Yeah.
Sean Donahue was partner with, was or still is, with Reaper Films with Chris Lito. He's doing Joe Vampire.
Yeah, and Weststraight.
Who is it?
The guy's last name is Weststraight. He was working with Chris Lito.
Oh, he's working with Chris Lito. Okay.
Yep.
And Sean Donahue's working with too. He's branched out with his own. I think it's Dragon Blade or something like that. But he's doing Joe Vampire, which stars Mike Christopher, who's the Hare Krishna zombie from Dawn of the Dead. Robin, you've seen Dawn of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, George Romero's. And we all worked for. We talked about the Guzos, Chris Lito, Sean Donahue.
The Andes.
Yep, and Andrew Allen and Andy Lalino. A funny story about that. You were saying about doing the bum thing, and you went to the extreme by going, can't you give me $1? Can I have $1?
Yeah.
When we were on the set of the show, It was April Fool's Day. And when I told the story, I said there was 300. And they were on the Joel Wynkoop show, and Andrew Allen and Andy Lolino are like, there wasn't 300 there. There's like 60 people in the room. I go, well, it seemed like 300 to me. So it was a full room. And Herschel had met me outside. He goes, Joel, come here. He goes, we're going to play a little joke on the Andes. And I go, oh, Herschel, you got to let me in on this. I'm the king of playing jokes on somebody. I'll this will be good. So Herschel by this time trusted me because Herschel has let me rewrite his dialogue and everything. And so we went into the room where everybody was. I mean, the whole crew's in there. The cast is in there. The Andes are in there. Herschel's in there. Wes is in there. You know, everybody. And Wes begins this little thing with Herschel, where they start yelling at each other. And Andrew Allen says, wait a minute, hey, what's going on here? And Wes is going, I'm trying to tell this old man to do the movie. And Herschel's like, you better not talk to me like that or you'll be fired. And then Andrew's like, hey, calm down. What's going on here? And then I went, hey, what's going on? And Andrew turns around and he goes, you stay out of this, Joel. And I go, don't you tell me to stay out. I'll say whatever I want. I'm Joel Wynkoop, damn it. I go, this would never happen on a Tim Ritter set. And Andrew just exploded, and he goes, you want to see you in my office right now? And he grabbed me by the arm, and he started dragging me through the crowd of people, and I won't give up. So I yanked my arm away from him, and I said, get your hands off me, I'll rip off your head. And I'm screaming at him, and he's looking, he can't believe I'm talking to him this way. He's like, what happened to the nice Joel Wynkoop I knew? And he grabs me by the arm, and he starts to drag me through the rest of the way back to his office, and I yank my arm away from him again, and he's really mad, and I'm going, get your hands off me, and all of a sudden Herschel goes, Andrew, 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 and Andrew spins around, and he goes, what, Herschel? And Herschel looks at him and goes, April Fools. And Andrew Allen looked me in the eye, and he goes, you're the best fucking actor in the world. So that was, this is internet. I just don't overdo it. Occasionally they'll come out, but I prefer it to be regular people talk and not like some of the people be F this, F that, F your mother, and F everything else. Yeah. But that's the words he used. So, but that was cool. It kind of reminds me of what you say about the being the bum thing. And then of course they did Brain Jacked, which is a lot of fun. I played.
Was fun.
What's that?
Brain Jacked was fun.
Yeah, you were in the car with Chris DeGrati.
Let me tell this story.
Tell it.
Oh, boy. I was playing a government official, and they were trying to get some approvals for some buildings, some licenses. So that was my part in the movie. Anyway, they were going to bribe me by me and my partner by giving us a couple of gals who were going to seduce us. So anyway, the scene was we were going to get in the limo, and the gals were going to just get on our laps, mount us, and that was basically the scene. Well, we do the scene, and we're in the car, and Chris DeGrati, she's
Chris DeGrati.
Chris DeGrati.
Yeah.
She's built.
Grati the hottie.
Grati the hottie, yeah.
Sorry, baby, but it just sounded too cool not to say that.
Well, she gets on my lap, and she looks at me right in the eye with this very seductive look, and she rips off her blouse. And I was shocked because this really wasn't in the script. I was confronted by this naked woman, and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm dead. When my wife sees this, she's going to beat the crap out of me.
Robert's like, I don't know if I should do anything with him or not. I'm dead when I get home.
So at least I didn't grab them, which of course was my first instinct. But
sorry, folks, but that's a guy.
And
we're all guys.
Yes, I did sleep on the couch for 2 months.
Oh, man.
And I had nothing to do with it, but I was guilty anyway.
Guilty? What is it? Guilty by association?
Chris Wood said that the expression on my face was so priceless, he made sure it made it into the movie.
And that was Brain Jack by Andrew Allen and Andy Lolino. Another group of cool. And you were saying about Bart Boyle is the character I did for the Cult Movie Mania Screaming Cinema series when we did that for about 3 months at the Tampa Picture Show with Andy Lolino and Andrew Allen. So something else they had produced. And that was a lot of fun to do. And so another cool producer-directors is Andy Lolino and Andrew Allen. Who else?
Ranch.
Yeah, from Film Ranch. Who else, guys?
Locally, I'm not that familiar with.
Yeah, somebody else.
Yeah, well, actually, those
with,
are the three people I've worked with the most. I've done like some student films for graduate students. Marcelo Martindale, I did a film for him for a contest, which actually won here locally.
Okay.
it went out to Hollywood, and it
10 minutes, and we're going to switch out. We're going to switch players. We're going to switch teams. They're going to play for the other team, the old Seinfeld. Go ahead.
And the film came in the top 25 out of hundreds of films. So Marcello Martindale, I think he's going to make some good films. He's just getting started in the business. And, I mean, let's see, there was John Miller.
Oh, yeah. Holy smokes, forgot about John Miller. John, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah,
John Miller, we all work for John Miller. Now, John Miller is probably the baby of the bunch as far as, you know, Andrew Allen doing stuff and Chris Lito and Sean Donahue and these people we've worked for. John Miller, he a long time ago, I remember there was Nolan Canova, Terrence Newsom, Chris Woods, myself, John Miller would go out every Sunday night and have dinner. And, well, they brought John Miller in when he was just kind of getting introduced to everybody by Nolan Canova. And we were sitting down there talking, and I remember John was just so, I don't know, what's the word? He was just kind of sitting there going, he was like, I feel like I'm with a bunch of celebrities here and just hanging out with you guys. And I'm thinking, John, we're a bunch of nobodies that got nothing. We're just trying to become celebrities. But so John was always talking about, I kind of want to get into something. I want to do something. And it just took a moment, a little bit of time. And John turned to Chris one day and he goes, I just want to shoot some stuff. John got a little camera and Chris said, no, he goes, I want to shoot something with you. So Chris and John became this really cool team of, Chris was already a movie maker, but John was just starting out, and they put their partnership together. They teamed up together, and right away, John was making movies. I mean, the first thing John did was with me and Joe Makowski. We did, I think this is the first one, was Mondo Sacco. And then I think we did, I think Vomit Soup came in there at one point. Hennessy X-Red was in there with Joe Makowski again. And then you were in with Taste Me with Trish and Shade Burnett and Cindy Kratz.
Well, Trish played,
another producer, Cindy Kratz.
Yeah, Trish, she played Old Lady Bloom in the Uh-Oh Show.
Yep, that's right. Trish Dempsey played Old Lady Bloom. And what was her character in some of Robert's movies?
She was the Dweller.
Yeah, the Dweller.
The Queen Vampire, and then she was a police officer.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, she had a few different things.
Yeah, so very cool.
We also have Chris Green.
Oh yeah, and then Chris Green,
Enigma.
Chris Green at Sin Enigma Studios was directing. He's also an actor, but he's also directing Change of Heart, which is a movie by Rich Keane. Wrote that, and who did the screenplay? I forget his name, but he's awesome. I met him on Schwaneke. Oh, man, all of a sudden I can't remember his name. I want to say it starts with a V. But he did the screenplay. That's terrible. His name starts with a V. I'm sure he's really proud of me right now. He's like, thanks a lot, Joel. A V, really?
And then you have that girl that started directing on Chris Anthony's SOL.
Or Ken Anthony?
Ken Anthony, yeah.
Yeah, I think I met her. She was, I came in to do my scene, the Holmes scene, the Detective Holmes, and she was there.
Yeah, she just said, call me T,
Oh, okay.
Her name's Tamitha, something like that.
Tabitha?
Cody.
Is it Tabitha?
Yeah, something like that.
That could be, because there was another Tabitha I knew from a Jason LaCour shoot. There's another name, Jason LaCour. If anybody's worked with Jason, you know Jason.
I know who
you know Jason, yeah. I worked with him on Stop Dead, All Wrapped Up, Death Plots, Stop Dead, Indiscretions. And but anyway, these are all kind of local guys. Now, Jason LaCour, he's out of Apopka, which is up kind of by the Orlando area. And then there's Stephen Shea, who is working now at Universal Studios. He's doing some television show, which is pretty cool. I did, for Stephen Shea, I did his movie, oh, man, it's kind of about zombies and something, Doomsday County. I did his movie Doomsday County. I played the mayor of Doomsday County. And then, but yeah, so there's a lot of local filmmakers, producers, and these guys have always been super cool to me. I haven't had any problems, like you were saying about you go on some of these shoots. I'll tell you, Robert, one of the coolest shoots I think I had was when Cameron Scott flew me out to Indiana to work on his movie Postmortem America 2021. The girl came, and one of the girls came, met me at the airport, picked me up. I don't understand why I flew into this particular town in Indiana, because it took us another 2 hours to get to this shoot when I could have flew into another part of Indiana. It would only been like an hour to get to the shoot, but whatever. They picked me up at the airport. Drove me back to the set. I think they got me back to the hotel. The first person I saw was Melanie Roble, which is an actress out of Cocoa Beach area. She's really cool. She's you know Melanie?
I was on your talk show.
Oh, that's right. You guys met on the talk show. Well, Melanie's really awesome. She's done a lot of work too. And we when I saw her there, I got to the hotel. This is gonna sound funny. My wife's gonna be like, "What?" But they were driving me to the hotel where I was gonna stay. And Melanie comes running up and she jumps up and flies through the air, and I catch her in my arms. Hey, Mel, give her a big hug and everything. And but yeah, and I can't remember. I have to look on my Facebook now. But one of the other gals was there, and a couple of the guys, and we all went out to dinner. And it was at a truck stop. And I remember we had this big, huge table. There was like 13 of us there. And for some reason, I just went into this whole Maxwell Smart and Pee Wee Herman thing. And Cameron loved that because he goes, Joel doesn't care if people are around. He just goes, he's like, I'm Pee Wee Herman. And he's entertaining the entire restaurant. Is like, hey, can you do more? But what a cool thing. Because like you were saying, to go somewhere, I didn't know anybody. And at one point, I think Melanie was supposed to throw gas all over me, and Melanie Roble actually caught her hand on fire because the guy was fueling the lighter wouldn't light, and the guy goes, "Oh, let me just pour some more lighter fluid in there." And he tips the lighter over in Melanie's hand, and he's filling up the fluid, and he closes it. He goes, "Now do it." Well, some of the fluid spilled off in her hand, and she flicked it, and it blew up in her hand, and her hand is on fire, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And I caught this hand on fire, and I had to put it out when I was shooting a movie when I was a kid, but. Same thing happened to her, but she was a trooper. She kept on going. Although I remember she had high heels on, and she whips her knee way up in the air and slams it straight down on my leg, and it almost went through my leg. But yeah, you got to keep going, you know. I just remember it was all bruised, but it's okay because we got even. Because when we were on the Joel Wynkoop show, she slapped me, and I'll treat you whether you're a girl or guy. So I slapped her back, and we got into a slap fest. And her mom told me, she goes, Joel, she's black and blue all over her body. Please don't do that to my daughter again. But what a great time on postmortem. Everybody was cool. Cameron's people were all cool. And the thing that was really awesome about it was when I went over I asked Cameron, I said, is there any place I can change? You know, I'm soaking wet. And there was a guy there. He goes, Mr. Wynkoop, you can use my house. And he's got his home is right next door. Walks me through the house, past living room, past his bedroom. It's all comic books, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm just standing looking at all these, and he goes, this is the first issue of this brand new comic. It's called The Walking Dead. I want you to have it. Oh, cool. Way before The Walking Dead became popular, it was a comic book, and he gave me that first copy. And here's towels. Use my shower. And I get out of the shower, get all dried off, get dressed again, come out, his wife is out there. I can't believe it. This sounds so whatever to tell this story. People are going to be like, oh, listen to him. But it was so cool to be recognized as doing this there. But his wife was like, I can't believe Joel Wynkoop's in my house using my shower and using my towels. And it was just so cool to be treated that way, like you're Tom Cruise or something.
Well, you know, the other directors we forgot was...
oh, we weren't done. We were coming back to the directors.
Joe Davison.
Are you trying to take this over?
Yeah.
Whose show is this, Bob?
Well,
me and Rob can do this show all by ourselves. We don't need you.
I invited you guys here.
Oh, is that what it is? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He called you.
I gave him a check already.
You gave him a check.
Yeah, well, we have Joe Davison.
No, but we're getting to Joe Davison.
Nick Naylor.
And Nick Naylor. But it was so awesome to be treated like somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Out there on that shoot, and that's the point I was trying to get to.
Oh, I thought you already finished.
So, no, I didn't finish.
Well, it's nice
Bob?
to be treated with respect. I mean, you've got
a
body of work.
Kick his ass. Will you hold him down while I just beat the crap out of him?
Yeah, we're rehearsing for our part.
Oh, that's what we're doing, yeah. This is for you, Chris Lito. Hey, Chris Lito, this is for you. Hey, man, shut up. Give me my can of spinach back or I'll beat your butt, man.
Oh, man, he took my teeth.
I'll take your teeth and your tongue, boy. You give me back my Budweiser, you old heifer, you.
Oh, I want to tell your mama.
I'm going to pick your nose with my... I'm going to punch you like I punched my grandma.
I'll hit your hand with my face.
I'll hit your head with my face. Chris Lito, that was for you. That was our late audition for Chris Lito of Reaper Films
Now
for
we
his
lost
movie
that
Rough
job,
Cut.
I guess.
Yeah, now the job's gone. Chris is like, I don't want those effing guys.
Yeah.
So, okay, Joe Davison.
Nick Naylor.
And Nick Naylor. Joe Davison's cool. He's
Rod Grant.
Rod Grant. Yeah, well, I can only do one at a time.
Oh, you
Joe
do one
Davis,
at a
yeah,
time?
Joe Davison. Going to be
Okay.
doing Journey to Hell. Was kind of put off, but Joe's so damn busy, he won't slow down and focus on one thing. He's got to, Joe, can you focus on one thing? Focus on my documentary. Focus on Frostbite. Focus on Journey to Hell. No, Joel, I got to do 9 things at once.
Yeah.
That's Joe.
Joe Davison's so damn busy, he don't know if he's coming or going.
Yeah.
Joe, where are you now? Shit, I don't know, man. I'm just doing movies, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because he's doing that other film too.
Yep. Well, he's always doing something. He did some
was,
music videos with you, and then he just did a J.J. Muggs commercial with Ray Martinez.
That was fun.
Ray Martinez, another one.
Yeah.
Then Nick Naylor. Nick Naylor's an awesome guy. I like Nick Naylor a lot. And, of course, Rod Grant did Mr. Engagement,
Very good.
Right.
which was
A
awesome.
feature film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's
I'm looking
right.
forward to seeing it.
It's being shopped around now, so. Oh, speaking of shopped around, Girls Gone Dead just came out. I'm supposed to I think I'm going to get a copy in the mail any day. Mike Hoffman, the director, wrote me, and he goes, Joel, I think they're sending out a copy of that. But that just was released at San Diego Comic-Con. Girls Gone Dead. It's basically the Girls Gone Wild, but it's Girls Gone Dead because it's the girls, and there's a camera crew, and they're like taking out the cameras, and they take your top off, and there's a killer, so it's the best of 2 slasher worlds. It's the killer that kills everybody, and it's the girls taking their tops off and showing their boobs. And
Is it
it's
rated?
called-
Is it rated R?
It's rated. It's probably unrated because a lot of these stuff you don't go through the motion picture board because it costs you like $4,000 to get rated. And why go through the motion picture board when you know what you're going to get? So what's the point? Tim and I went through that with our movies. I was like, are we going to go through the MPAA? He goes, why? They'll give us a rated R for Screaming for Sanity. They'll give us an X for Creep. They'll give us an R for Wicked Games. We already know what they're going to be rated. We just can't say it, rated R. So we just preferred to go with the unrated stuff. But yeah, Girls Gone Dead has Jerry Lawler in it.
Oh, cool.
The wrestler.
Yeah,
So
Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, the
right?
King. Yeah. So he's playing the cop of this small town where the Girls Gone Dead team is coming into.
Oh,
and then
cool.
I'm a TV preacher that shows up on the television, saying that the girls being naked is not good. Hey, you know what we forgot to do? Forgot to give out our phone number. So if anybody's listening, you can call in and talk to Rob Elfstrom or Bob Glazer at 727-597-4022. That's 727-597-4022.
Now you have to call in within the next 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Because we're almost over the break.
That's right. We just forgot. Anytime I forget things goes, guys.
They
tell
could
me.
run it backwards.
They can run it backwards. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now, are we going to go for a break now? John, are we going to go for a break now? Are we going to come back with Bob and Rob? Or are we going to switch? Let's go for a break. Let's go for this is Actors Incorporated. We'll be right back. Right after this, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this because Bob brought some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and Rob brought some
Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispie treats and some Kool-Aid. So we'll be right back on Actors Incorporated right after this.
And some bath salts.
Yeah.
That was great.
Whoa.
That was good.
Oh wait, because I feel like I kind of ate that up at the last. So don't leave. We're ready when you are. You bet.
I gave you my headshot before, right?
All right, hey, it's Actors Incorporated. We're back. This is your host, Joel Wynkoop. Bob Glazer with me and Robert Elstrom. We're going to wrap this up, but I want to let Bob just say a little bit about what's been going on. And, of course, we have the Action Film Challenge, but what's Bob's looking forward to and what he's... So just kind of re-wrap what we've been talking about, Bob. Tell us a little bit about what you've been doing and what your plans are for the future. Kind of wrap it up, and then I want to go to Rob, and then we're going to do a little switch out with people.
Well, we covered a lot of it already. The newest thing coming up is like the dark comedy that we worked on.
Yep.
That'll be coming out. I think it's on the internet already. If you go to Chris Woods, he has the video up. And then we're working on the...
They can see that on Facebook or iconfilms.com.
Right.
Or Bob, they can go to Bob's Facebook or Robert's or mine.
Yep. And then they have Fury, the
Tales of Ronan
Pierce, which Joel and I are both in, and then that's like going to be awesome. Another bum role, but there I'm the crazy homeless person.
Yeah.
You know, so I get to eat intestines.
Yeah, your pics
stuff.
on the shots they have of you on Facebook for Fury are awesome.
Yeah, that turned out good. Yours too. I mean, they were nice because they gave everybody their own little pictures.
Like a little lobby card.
Yeah, lobby cards, and then. Like I have the other 4 films coming up with the what was the Rough Cut, the one that Joe Davison's doing. I forgot the name of that.
Not Journey, but.
Well, he has Journey to Hell coming up, and then.
Yeah, he's doing something now with Ray Martinez, and it's a cool name. And I'm sorry, Joe Davison, I can't remember right now. I keep thinking Rough Cut, but it's.
Final.
Okay.
Anyway, we mentioned Joe Davison, so you'll be happy. And it's been exciting working with all these people because I lived down in Miami for a long time, like 50 some odd years, and I got to work on a lot of the larger productions. A lot of it was extra work, but that's always the best way to start off. And worked with a lot of different stars. I mean, like, Something About Mary, Bad Boys 2, Fast and Furious. What was it? Stuck on You was fun. The Farley brothers are awesome. They joke around. I worked with George Clooney, almost everybody that you can imagine. Oliver Stone on Holy Man. I mean, Any Given Sunday. With Eddie Murphy on Holy Man with James Goldblum. I worked on the last film, I believe it's the last film that, In Like Flint.
Oh, okay, cool.
James Colburn.
Yeah.
James Colburn.
Yeah, James Colburn.
Yeah, the last film that he worked on,
wow,
and I
cool.
was a dirty cop in that one.
Dirty cop and a donut.
Very, very nice guy. I mean, really super. And I said, oh yeah, In Like Flint. He says, among others. So like everybody said, like Flint, but he had he's dead now, it's a bummer. And the same with Bill Hensman. He was
Bill Heinzman in Night of the Living Dead.
One of the original zombies. He passed away just a few months back.
Well, Bob, say real quick, because I'm getting a look from my producer about, just kind of wrap up what you're looking forward to in the future, and not to mention the Action Film Challenge, too. Yeah,
the Action Film Challenge this Sunday from 10 o'clock till 5.
4:30.
4:30. And it's up at the Tampa Picture Show up on Dale Mayberry?
Yep, Dale Mayberry.
I always think of Andy Mayberry.
Yeah, who just passed away.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's leaving. I mean, Dick Clark's gone and, all these other people. But Betty White's still here, so that's cool. And, it's been quite a ride. We've been having a lot of fun. And Joel is awesome.
Thanks.
I talk to him all the time, and we work together. We work good together.
Yeah, I think so too.
And we did good with Rob there, when we worked on dark comedy. And that's it for me.
All right. Well, say good night to everybody. We're going to go over here to Rob.
Good night, everybody.
That's been my buddy here, Bob Glazer. And Rob, wrap up a little bit so we can. We got to move on, but kind of wrap up past, future, real quick.
Yeah, that'll be easy to do since I've just come back from taking a few years off to take care of some family business. But I should be finished dark comedy earlier the year. Delson which was a...
Who is Delson? That's right. I forgot about that.
Delson.
By Pete and Paul
I made
Guzzo.
that by the Guzos. That came out this year. I also did an episode with Doug Vader Productions doing Star Trek Genesis.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you did Genesis. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's Doug Vader's.
Right. You
From
won't,
Vader Entertainment.
I'm
That's
the
cool.
Ferengi, so of course I don't look like me. I've got, full prosthetics, so it's pretty nice. I haven't. It's not ready for to be viewed yet. It's still in production, but the set was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
And I'm doing a lead in a movie with a Serbian screenwriter. It was written a award-winning novel, and has turned it into a script. And
wow.
So I'll be shooting that sometime this summer.
Cool.
And I don't have a name yet, but I'll announce it on Facebook whenever I know it.
Right now, we're going to call it Mucho Kobo. That's the working title.
Good luck on that, man.
Thank you.
All right, and this has been... boy, my microphone's all tangled around my shoe. This is Joel Wynkoop here with Actors Incorporated, and to my right again is Bob Glazer, working very busy, keeping up, doing productions, keeping movies, doing shoots, commercials. You're also in that J.J. Muggs commercial with Ray Martinez and Joe Davison.
Jugs,
and
mugs, and jugs.
Yeah, and Rob Elfstrom, keeping very, very busy with his latest release, Dark Comedy. Everybody check that out.
And Barbara
Chris
Wilcox.
Woods. And who?
Barbara Wilcox.
Barbara Wilcox. What did she do?
She did Free Love.
Oh, Free Love. That's right, because I think Al Everez is in that and Dave Vogel's in it.
I got
Yeah, that's right. Barb Wilcox. She played one of my space-time agents on my television show The Other Side.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be right back. We're going to take another break. I have Beauty and the Beast coming up next. The Beauty is my wife, Kathy Wynkoop, and the Beast is Radio Saw Rex. So we'll be right back on Actors Incorporated right after this.
Right on.
Can I get a mic check?
There was an earthquake.
Hello. Are we hot?
What the hell does that mean? Oh, okay, all right. Hey, it's Joel Wynkoop, and we're back with Actors Incorporated. It's hard to get used to looking at this camera and that camera and not that camera.
I know, I was looking up there, and I'm thinking, oh.
I know. Here with me, this is the Beauty and the Beast segment. On my left is my beautiful wife, Kathy Wynkoop.
Aw, thank you.
And on my right is the Beast, Radio Saw Rex! How's it going, Broward?
Going pretty good. Going pretty good.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
right,
Am I coming in clear?
Huh?
Am I coming in clear?
You're coming in loud. Not on mine.
I can hear him.
My headphones aren't working.
I can hear him.
But Kathy can hear you, so that's all that's important.
I can hear him.
So,
Because she loves you.
I think it's the voice.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
So, Broward, well, we got to go girls first.
Okay.
Baby, so what, now a lot of people just think, oh, that's Joel Wynkoop's wife, but they don't know, you've done a lot of stuff, so tell us a little bit about what you've done.
Well, I've probably been acting since about 2000. I've done Fall of an Actor. That was probably the first thing I did. I've done a lot of shorts. I did The Bite.
The Bite was a full feature?
Yeah, The Bite was a full feature. I did the commentary on Dirty Cop No Donut.
Yep.
I can't even remember all the shorts that I did, honestly. I forget them. They kind of blur.
There was Killer Arnold.
Killer Arnold.
What's the dessert one?
Time for Dessert.
Time for Dessert.
The Part.
The Part. Death Plots. You did a
Death
scene in that.
Plots.
All wrapped up.
All wrapped up.
Twisted Illusions too. The Part.
Yeah. Oh, and what was the one with the kids from West
Two
Virginia?
Idiots with Cameras. IDW. Idiots with IW.
Idiots with Cameras.
Yeah. IWC. Idiots with Cameras.
What was their video? Oh, it's a vampire one. I'm really sorry.
Raising the Stakes.
Justin
which
Chanel.
Is very
Yes,
fun.
Raising
Justin
the Stakes.
Chanel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Done a lot of stuff for Phil and Ryan.
Yep.
Aspiring
For Phil
Psychopath.
Cavallini. Aspiring Psychopath.
Serial Killer.
Serial Killer, which is for Ryan Cavallini. For Phil Herman, you did Into the Woods.
Am I in Insults?
Yeah, you're a security guard with you, remember? I know after
See,
a while
I
you do so many of these movies and you're like, what?
I'm like, I'm in that. Oh,
What happened
okay.
the day I was like, I did
forgot.
Twisted Illusions. Now it's like, okay, 70 movies.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm gonna go
don't.
through 'em.
I write them down when I do them so that I can go back and look at them. But
And then John Miller.
oh yeah, I've done
Doing a lot of stuff with
two
John
things
Miller.
with John Miller so far.
Yep.
I think.
What was the one?
For Love or Money, I think is
For Love or
being
Money is
edited.
the most recent that'll be coming up. And then what is the other one where we shot at Chris's apartment? What was that called? That wasn't Vomit Soup. That was Mondo Sacco.
Mondo Sacco, right?
Yeah.
And then I just did our Action Film Challenge.
The Action
The
Film
Other
Challenge
Side,
2012.
Episode 10.
Yep, The Other Side, which is the episode 10, The Controller, which is coming Sunday, July 15th to the Tampa Picture Show. And now we're going to get to the beast, Mr. Broward Holsey. Is it Holsey?
Halsey, yes.
Holsey, I'm sorry. You know, her name is Kathy Holsey-Brook.
That was my maiden
Holsey-Brook?
name. It's
Maiden
Holsey
name,
Brook, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now, Broward, how long, because you're the Ultimate Fighter, and how did it, your first acting was what? Radio Saw Rex! And Herschel Gordon Lewis is the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what were you doing just prior to that? And kind of, I think you told us when we had you on the show as a guest on the Joel Wynkoop show. How did that all come about? Because I know there was some, I think you told it nicely, but it was another MMA fighter, I think, and he peed on something in another country that was the great god of Suluna or something. And he was arrested and put in jail before he was supposed to come on the shoot. And Andrew and Andy were running around yanking their hair out going, the fighter peed on something, the fighter peed on something, what are we going to do? And somehow they got a hold of you.
Yeah, I was.
And you did not urinate on anything, so they used you. Wait, so Rex!
Yeah, I was getting ready for a tournament, jiu-jitsu tournament, and
Cool.
they called the gym, and a teammate of mine said, "Hey, you're big enough. Why don't you go and be in a movie?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So he says, "Yeah, these people are calling, wanting somebody to be in a movie." So I said, "Yeah, you're playing."
Yeah, Brower's like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, right." Stuff like that. didn't happen.
What real estate on the moon do you want to sell me while I'm at it?
So I show up, and this old little guy, little short guy, looking like Hugh Hefner in reverse, Herschel Gordon Lewis, and shakes his hand, and he was like, "Yeah, you're great. You're just the man we need. Thank you so much." And it was history from there.
Cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it watching you. You're hilarious.
Oh.
You're hilarious, man. I'm telling you.
Me and you hit it off immediately.
Yeah, we did.
You know?
We did. And then I saw you at the gym. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see you in the gym. I'm sitting up there sweating with a jacket on, and it's
Yeah.
like, 90-something degrees outside.
Yeah,
Trying
it's
to drop
hot.
some weight to get ready for my fight, and in comes Joel. So it's like, what's going on? So
Oh, right. Like Broward was probably like, What's Joel Wynkoop doing at gym?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Joel Wynkoop doesn't belong in a gym. What
Joel
is
Wynkoop
that?
doesn't belong in a gym.
It's a real gym. I don't know what he's doing in here. This ain't like
yeah.
some play gym.
So I've been doing some.
And that was, we were walking, because an action film show. Are you going to be there Sunday, July 15th at the Tampa Picture Show? They're going to be showing all the movies, and you're in 3 Laws by Marcus Kempton, who's another local director.
Oh, I just may have to.
You didn't know anything about it, did you?
No, I didn't.
Marcus puts you in a movie and doesn't bother to tell you where the thing's going to be shown. Yo, Marcus, you might want to tell your actors where their movie's going to be.
Well, you know, I was trying to be helpful. I told him it's Tampa Picture Show and it's Sunday, and I said, you can get it on Joel's Facebook. I really don't know what time it is. I said, I'm with him. He says, this is the time to get up. Make sure you're ready to go in the car. And I'm like, I'm there. But I really don't know what time it is yet, so.
But, yeah,
It's on his Facebook.
Make a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make a cameo.
Yeah, you make a cameo.
Yeah, make a
Big
cameo.
time
Make an
star.
appearance.
I'll make a cameo.
I'll try to pencil.
Got to be in Vegas,
15
and I'm going
minutes
over to
in.
Buffalo, and then I'll be flying into Newark a little after this. And I was thinking maybe when I get back, you might want to go out with me. That's an old Steve Martin joke. Don't laugh at that. I stole that from 1975. 1975's on the phone. Hello, 1975? Oh,
Man,
you want your
Joel,
joke back?
you
I'll send it to you.
Old, man. 75? What are we pushing 65?
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm 60. I'll push you.
Okay, wait a minute. I was born before that, and I'm not that old. Thank you very much.
So anyway,
Just a few years.
the Beauty
Yes.
and the Beast.
Yes, sir.
Beauty and the Beast. What do you always say?
I don't know.
ADH.
Oh, yeah,
He always
ADHD.
teases me. Oh, he's off on a tangent again.
Welcome to the Joel Wynkoop ADHD.
So, but anyway, so what about the two of you?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of wrap here with me. How do you like, being able to act in the area, taking on different roles? Do you look forward to it? Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it, and I would love to eventually, be a serious actor. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing, and to bring raw emotion to a part and bring it to life, it speaks volumes of the gift that a person has in them, and I want to portray that gift and share it with the world.
Yeah.
So I don't have this size just for nothing.
This is his tender side. When he's in the ring, he's beating the shit out of you.
Yeah, actually, the last guy I fought, this was a payback fight. And first round, it was 1 minute and 18 seconds. I knocked him out.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I was just highly pissed.
Really?
That fight, yeah.
Is this payback, like money payback, or payback because this guy pissed you off in the past?
He pissed me off in the past because he
okay.
kept setting off the fights, or he's not good enough to fight me type of situation. That's what he was saying, that I'm not good enough to fight him.
Oh, man, and you whooped his ass.
yeah.
And you let him know that you were.
Yeah. And told him, don't ever say that.
Now, who ain't going to whoop your ass now, boy?
Yeah, he's down on the mat. You're like, what was that you said?
Oh,
what was that?
I talked crap the whole time to him. I talked crap the whole time to him. Seriously. So I can't stand to have someone jaw jack towards me. I'm a pretty humble guy. I don't bother anybody.
He's like Mr. T. He's like Clubber Lang. Oh, I pity you, Balboa. I pity you, Balboa. I'm gonna take you down, Balboa. Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Why don't you come over to my apartment? I'll show you what being about a man's all about. Hey, woman. Come on, Balboa. You've been fighting those fixes, those fights, those rigged fights. Hey, yo, man, I don't want to fight you right now, Mick.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, welcome
That brought
to
back some
Joel
memories,
Wynkoop.
Why didn't we use him in the Action Film Challenge?
Yeah, why didn't you guys use me in the Action Film Challenge? Who do I need to talk to?
I thought
about
you were
that?
some big star out of Vegas and wouldn't even talk to me after the Uh-Oh show. I go, that guy will never
I'm
talk to me
saying,
again.
we go back how many
I
years?
know. Next one for sure.
That's cold, Joe.
We should have
That's
put him in
cold.
the.
That's
We
cold.
could have put him in the abandoned land. I could have done a fight scene with him.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Watch him get beat up.
Well, see, he would have had to beat
Watch
you up.
you
That's
get
what he was
beat up.
trying.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a movie, so.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
I don't want
You
to
know.
pass out, man. I'd be like, baby, you think that was good enough? And she'd be like, no, make him do it again. All right, do all that over again.
Yeah, like Marcus had me doing
Yeah.
that fall, that
Yeah.
serious fall for like 8 takes.
Yeah, that was cool, though.
Yeah, but I try to make it look as real as possible.
Yeah,
That ring,
it looked real.
that ring had no padding at all.
I know it, because I took a fall.
Yeah.
Not as bad as yours, though.
Yeah.
Because it was just.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
We got 5 minutes? Cool. We like 5 minutes. You know, John, we wrote a song about 5 minutes. Are you two ready to go? You want to sing the 5 minute song with me?
Let's do it.
We only have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We only have 5 minutes.
So we're going to sing
5
this for 5
minutes.
minutes.
So
is all
Joel
we
is just going to
have.
waste our 5 minutes singing when we could actually be talking about ourselves.
We only have 5
Oh, okay.
minutes.
Well, I just thought I'd mention that the next thing I'm doing is limo driver.
Limo driver
And,
with Joseph
I don't.
with
an M.
Nazar.
I'm sorry,
Joseph. I
That's
can't
mad.
remember.
That's bad that he did that.
I'm being funny with it. Joe understands my humor.
And I would just like to let anyone else know that, hello.
And you guys
hire
can
me.
catch me live at USF.
Did you cut her off?
No.
Oh, did I?
I
Oh,
just said
geez.
hire me to the other.
my
Bad MMA fighter, dude. What, baby?
I was
Just
just
ignore
telling the other directors that they could hire me. That was all.
That's
I was
right.
saying.
Oh, the other directors are listening?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
Well,
One or two.
we'd
Well,
like
you
to
know.
know if
Or
somebody would call
maybe
in at
later.
727-597-4022.
Somebody.
Or I will send him over to your house and he will smash down the door and whoop the crap out of you.
Look at his face.
Look
This
at
is
that
my serious
face. He's not a nice guy.
Not.
He's not nice. I paid him a lot of money to sit here and be nice. When he leaves, he'll punch John out. John Casimiro out there, my producer, he will punch him out. Then he will elbow Nolan Ray in the face. And then there's two producer guys out there. He will punch them out, kick them in the groin, go down, rip the doors off a couple cars in the parking lot. Then he'll tear the roof off like Arnold Schwarzenegger did in Commando and pull the front seat out and sit in the front. Just don't be my van.
Actually, you know
all
what?
I have to say is I was talking to Broward out there, and I was like, yeah, look at this arm, not mine, his. And I'm like, just one punch, it would
20-inch arms.
Yeah, see.
It's not that big a deal
Yeah.
for that arm. Come on. Come on!
Yeah, Joel, I think he...
Get cute with me.
Actually, you know what? In high school, me and a teammate lifted a car once.
She's got a story about that.
Yeah, we lifted a car once.
Yeah, I had some people move my car at Guavaline. The
She was
one
in,
and only
in
time I
Ybor.
went.
She was parked behind somebody or there or whatever it was.
I don't know. They just felt it was important to move my car
They came out
physically,
and picked her car
apparently.
up and moved it.
Yes.
How many people?
I
Now,
don't
there
know.
ain't- yeah, I know Incredible Hulk.
Well, I mean...
You lifted a limo by yourself.
It wasn't a very big car, but this is the point. It was my car, and it got moved, and I was not
If you're a
happy about it.
superhero, who would you be?
Be honest with you,
Yeah.
the Hulk, everybody would expect
Hulk?
for me to be the Hulk.
Hulk smash
But
pretty
no, I
humans.
would be Colossus.
Colossus
Yeah.
from the X-Men.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Colossus is freaking awesome. He's
He
Yeah.
is. He is awesome. He is awesome.
He would steal up.
Exactly.
I can help. It was a surprise to see him in X-Men. Because
Yeah, they
they
made it
do
like
these
a
little-
brief
one?
cameo of him.
Yeah,
They should've
a
made
little
it.
brief cameo
Yeah.
you weren't expecting.
Wasn't
but
that like
Peter,
the third
Peter,
one, I think, or something?
That's Peter Rasputin. 2 minutes. Baby, tell us something that's going on that you're looking forward to or you want to do. I'll tell you one thing Kathy doesn't want to hear out of me anymore is anything about editing.
Yes.
Why don't you tell him the nightmare about that?
Ever. Nothing about editing. Joel talks about editing. I'm not listening to Joel. Joel is still talking about editing. I am not listening to Joel. You will not stop talking about editing. Please stop.
Honey,
talking about
I
editing.
lined all the punches up, and by the time I burn into a DVD,
Oh my
the
gosh!
punches moved.
You don't want to hear this because do you know how many nights? It's
3 in
been
the
like
morning,
a
I
month
go
and a
wake up
half.
on the couch. I go, honey,
I can
wake
only
up.
imagine.
Yeah,
I put the punches here, and by the time I burn into a DVD, the punches move from here to here.
And I'm grumpy when you wake me up, and I'm like, shut up, I'm going to bed.
Shut up about the editing! Shut up about the editing!
I don't scream like that.
No, but that's how I see you in my head when.
Oh, really? Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, then I also see Broward coming through the door. Broward smash editing machine.
I wanted
Cue
to
to
do
God.
that. I wanted to do that a few times. Smash the animation.
Joe, you should come to the gym and work out with me for your
I
next
should
movie.
come to the. Can I do it for free?
Yeah, you can.
It'd be cool. I'd come down there.
You should. I don't know how long you'll last. I mean, you might
shut
puke
your
all over the
mouth.
place, but you should.
Big mean black guy. I hate black people.
Oh!
Well, hey, we
Let's
love
get your
white
butt-
people.
Right, make yourself look like a good guy. All the black people are going, see, I knew it! Racist! Racist!
Hey, we have to counter back.
Kill all white people.
No.
Howard Stern did that. Don't let. I stole that from Howard Stern.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. So, well, actually.
No,
you
I
did
gotta
that.
get
Oh, yeah,
serious
I'm
for a
saying.
minute. I gotta get serious for a minute. Racism is frigging stupid. We're all on this planet. We all got to coexist. To quote Uncle Hulka from Stripes, I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're yellow. Your mamas and your papas aren't here. Racism is stupid.
Oh, Joe, I don't.
Richard Pryor said that a long time ago in 1972. Get over it.
I think people use it as a way of just ignorance. It's just sheer ignorance because they're taught that way, and it's. I know that you're not racist by all means. I mean, you just wish you can be your brother. I
wish I could be a brother. I am a brother, damn it. No, in DC Cab, he goes, "Oh, I get it. You from the old South where we're all brothers." No, I'm from the new South where we're all brothers. Have you seen DC Cab?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
DC Cab. Do you remember that scene?
No.
What are you saying to me, John?
I said wrap it up.
I'll wrap you up, John. I'll wrap you up. You come to the gym with me and Broward. You'll be in the middle.
All he's got to do is mute.
Yeah, all he's got to do is mute me. I gotta be nice to the producer.
And turn off the camera.
Yeah, I know. Just a push of a button.
He's like one finger, done.
All right, Kathy, you want to say goodnight to the people in Broward?
Good night, people.
Good night, people. Hope to see you guys again soon.
We will always have Broward back. I think Broward is awesome. And everybody be cool to each other. Remember, racism is stupid. I don't care. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, whatever. Everybody's here. Get along. And pull your damn pants up, because I hate seeing that. I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, yellow, green, purple, or from the planet Vulcan. But get your damn pants up to your hips. Pull your pants up. All right. We don't know if this show's going to be back. But this has been Actors Incorporated with your host, Joel Wynkoop. And to my left, the beauty, Miss Kathy Wynkoop. And the beast, Broward Halsey. And Radio Saw Rex. Check them out in Herschel Gordon Lewis's The Uh-Oh Show. And be sure to stop by and see us at the Tampa Picture Show on July 15th at 10 a.m. in the morning for the Action Film Challenge 2012. All right, we're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Good show, Joel.
Thanks, man. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You had to wait a while.
No, because actually, I enjoy learning about all the technical stuff that was going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because there's a lot that goes into it.
Was he really?
Yeah. No, I was going crazy.
Because
it's like
all way
editing
over your head.
again.
Like, yeah, editing.
And it's like,
I don't know what
too many things. Too many things.
Joe,
Nah.
you're the man.
You're the man, man. You're the man, man. You're the man, man. You're the man, man.